Dragons fans, are you ready? Snip gets it to Monkey. It's a one-on-one. Monkey shoots, Monkey scores. A brilliant break from the Dragons there, and what a finish.
Better than being more Dragon. Chris Jones had one thing on his mind when he got the puck from Snip, and thankfully, he didn't forget what that was. What a save! Coyle's got more stops than a city bus route. Whoa, talk about a hot puck. It just sizzled right into the net. That goal was so fast, the goalie's going to need a radar to catch the replay.
Welcome, episode 1 of the Puck and Dragon. So we're going to be talking all things Dragon. We've got with us today, we've got Sean and we've got Mikey. Obviously the two big guys who look after everything in the Dragons, run the business and get us all on the ice. So today we've got Carl with me as well.
Hello.
So welcome guys.
Welcome, thanks for having us.
Welcome. Obviously questions. See what can we pillage out of you? Ready for the season? All excited for the upcoming season?
Yeah, finally getting there now, aren't we?
Yeah, I can't wait to get started now. It's been a lot of build up.
They don't seem to have a rest, and we were panicking a bit, and then everything starts to fall into place now. So really looking forward to getting going. Yeah.
Fantastic, falling into place like me on the ice.
That is true, actually. Just tell us a little bit about the backstory then. So how did sort of Dragon start back in the day, and where did you get involved in the whole story? Obviously,
I'll leave that to Mikey because he was there before me.
Yeah, I started in the mid to late 80s watching the Dragons, playing the likes of Cardiff Devils, Cleveland Bombers, in the old rink. Stopped being a naughty child and sledging the players in the penalty bin. But I came back to Dragons when the kids were old enough to come and watch it and understand the sport, and they absolutely adore it and love it, which is good to see. And it's also Bebo asked for support when Bebo became GM, so I said, I'll give you a little bit of help. Yeah, I can do a bit of this and a bit of that. And that snowballed to a bit more and a bit more and a little bit more. And here we are.
Sean,
Well,
tell us your story.
for me, it was a trip to Belfast. Went to see Belfast Giants. I think it was Coventry Blaze, not sure. Big Chest fan all my life. Fell out of love with football. Wanted something different. Anyway, ended up at an ice hockey game. After 5 minutes I was like, oh my god, what is this all about? Just big hits going everywhere, loved it. So when I landed back, got on the local Google, so now there was an ice hockey team in D-side, and they had a playoff game. I think it was we were in Division 2 and we were playing Coventry and they were in Division 1. It was like a promotion relegation battle game, and there was a big uproar because I think Coventry played a player out their elite team, but anyway, we ended up getting beat, but I just loved it. I've never looked back, and loved being a fan for 4 or 5 years. Then one day, Ian, the old GM, he was working in the rink, and he's still working at the rink, couldn't really give it the full concentration to it, so it was like, right, can you take it over? And the players come to me and said, we think it'd be good to take it over. So yeah, I went from running a supporters club that didn't do very well to taking over as GM in the matter of 6 months, and for my sins, this is me now. Obviously, that's why I dragged Mikey along. So yeah.
There was also a point where it was freeze, so it started at Dragons.
I just missed the freeze. So
Okay.
yeah. So my year was just that first year back as the Dragons, I think.
Yeah. Do you remember the freeze, Mikey?
I was living in Durham at the time when they were playing. I was working on there, so I didn't get any freeze games.
So was it a sort of decision that was just made that D-side Dragons sort of went and freeze became freeze, or was it more of a that was it for Dragons and then let's start this new team?
Well, it's changed a couple of times in the past. It's also been the Demons when there was a few issues back in the
It's like new
late
owners and that,
80s,
wasn't it?
yeah, late 80s.
They've decided
early
to
90s.
put their own spin on it and that, so yeah, it's been a few different names. I don't think there's any science behind it apart from people having different ideas now, I think.
Yeah. Cool. So, just talking about the supporters, obviously you said you were a supporter yourself. When you come to the games, I feel like there's a lot of energy around the supporters, and do you think the sort of, obviously yourselves and the players feel that energy, and you know, if there's a big gate, let's say, in the games, you feel like there's almost an extra player on the ice?
I think for me, first season back after COVID, every game for me was just so stressful. Getting the right things in place, making sure everything's ready. But last season, it was an easier experience, a better experience to obviously see the fans, enjoying the games and getting feedback off the fans. And it's nothing better than seeing how we've come back from COVID, with the rink not opening at the right time and being delayed and the stress of all that. So last season, a smoother season, and it's just great to see the fans building year on year as well. And as a fan, yeah, you can't help but be passionate about the whole game day, but it does wipe it out at the end of the day. The amount of stuff you have to do to prepare and get ready and make sure it's all in place is tough work, but it's great.
Must be worth it though, especially when we travel away. I shan't say where, and we turn up with more numbers than the home team. I mean, that must add just a little smile to your face.
It's brilliant seeing that, isn't it? But just saying what you said before about, you know, do the players appreciate it? 5 minutes before they take the ice at home, I always go in the change room, see the guys, wish them all the best. Give Matty and Mike a hug and say, come on guys, we can do it. First thing I do, when I walk in, I've got about 20 lads going, how many's in tonight? How many's in tonight? What's the crowd like? What's the crowd like? Is it loud out there? They're asking questions. They thrive off that energy that the supporters, since COVID, have really brought. You know, we're seeing we've only got like 2 years data, but we've sort of grown like 20% year on year. So if we carry that on, we're going to be, the Den's going to be rocking most games, yeah.
Tell us about it then. In the changing room before the game, what goes on? Who's the worst?
Oh, it's a bit of a close shopper, to be honest. Don't want to drop anyone in. There's some weird characters in there. You can't go in without getting jumped on, harassed, or you've got Ryan Broster Jones, who's like a one-man comedy show. Matty Compton winding everyone up, you know. It's a strange. Everyone's got their own sort of stall. They sort of sit in their own little groups, and you know, the banter's good. It's a good laugh. But yeah, 5 minutes before face-off, it's game. Get the game head on, and yeah, it's good. Yeah.
The new guys ever come in and sit in the wrong stall purposely?
Well, we've just started coming back now, and I can see the new guys walking the change room, and I'm like, oh, he's bacon's not going to like that, you know. But yeah.
Well, they're sitting in the bin, are
they? Yeah. So with that, they get told to move anyway. But it's ice hockey for you. It's they're a strange bunch, to say the least.
Go on, Mikey, Phil.
I'm not going to say anything about the change room.
Is it that bad?
It can be.
Okay, so obviously you guys heading up the club now. What do you find is the sort of biggest challenge that faces you? Daily, weekly, monthly, pre-season?
Pre-season is just a massive checklist of things to be done, really. From speaking to sponsors, obviously speaking to Mike about players that he's lining up, because that's the most important thing. As a club, we need to make sure that everything's in place. And there's a lot of planning and time spent, evenings, WhatsApping or on Facebook with Bevo and Clancy, chatting about things. It's non-stop, but as I said before, it's something that we enjoy and love. And I want to know as a fan who's coming and who's going.
So for me, with Mike coming on board, when we reformed after COVID, he's just given us another level of professionalism. So he's brought this professionalism to a club that's been in D2 for years. We've been alright, but we haven't really had that professionalism. So he's come in, all the uniforms look great, all the off-ice apparel, the standards have been put in place. The club as it is now, we're trying to make it more professional as we go, but it demands hours. So the thing I wish I'd have is like a full-time go at it, you know what I mean? But obviously with 40 hours a week can be up the job, and 30 hours a week on ice hockey, like Mikey says, the future wife's not too happy, you know. But yeah, it's hours what it needs, isn't it?
Yeah. We're grateful for the volunteers, grateful for, you know, I see it on game day when we, you know, we're there every home game, and you see the guys and the girls floating around doing the bits. You know, is there any need for any more this season? Have you got any openings that need filling?
I'll answer that one, yeah. So the guys who volunteer are fantastic. Every week turn up, doing merch, doing stewarding, do the penalty boxes, shots on goal, stuff like that. As the crowds get bigger, we need a bit more crowd control. So this year we'll try and get some sensible people on board.
I feel like Hugh was offering his services there. and then he said sensible people, and I was like, no, it's alright, yeah.
So yeah, as the club grows, and you know, I think a game last year we had over 800 people in there, and it's just making sure we've got the stewards in place and the infrastructure that we can deal with these people, so when they do come to hockey, they have an enjoyable experience.
So, talking of the players turning up, who's always the last in?
Louis Morgan this year, but he has got a Saturday job as well, so he works on a Saturday. He's always last minute when he's walking in.
Yeah. Who's got the best excuses for not turning up?
Oh, Peter. You see that meme where they've got the iPhone airport? I'm sure he's done that to Mike and said, I can't come to training. It's like, I'm in hospital. You know, Peter's got some... we had some crackers last year where he didn't turn up for training or he missed the game, and he sent a picture of himself ill in bed. So prove it. So yeah, definitely Pete.
So on the flip side of that, who's the one that turns up early, on time, ready to go?
Jared.
Yeah.
He's the professional at home. His kit's all perfect. It's ironed. It's all dry. It's clean. You get some of them that just pack their bags the week before, come back, and you're like.
In the nicest way, then.
Yeah.
Most of them stink.
Yeah, drying them with the air dryers, you know. But no, Jared's the one that's on time and with everything intact. Yeah.
So is there anyone that's got some sort of like crazy superstition that they have to do? I know it's bacon comes off last. Although we lost rock paper scissors when we were away gaming there.
So the worst one was when we played Witness about a year ago. And I think it was him and Lee Kemp on the ice, refusing to leave. And I had the referees going, you're going to get a bench penalty, and I'm trying to tell him, get off the ice, I can't leave. So yeah, it is bacon when it comes to superstitions.
Superstitions, yeah, that one getting off last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd were getting annoyed, like, come on, and he's the Sampdonians trying to cut the ice, and them two were just having a stare off. It was good fun.
Yeah. So have you ever had any sort of absolute disasters on game day that you can sort of look back now and say, oh, it was actually, you know, wasn't that bad, but or we laugh about it now, but at the time it was proper stressful?
Since coming back, we've had loads, haven't we? Loads of stressful moments.
Yeah. My biggest stressful one was I'd never done the mic before. So Richie Amos on the mic, fantastic. Yeah, crowd pleaser, whips everyone up, winds the away fans up with a little chance in that. But Richie rung me with about 5 minutes to go for the match, and I can't get there. I think you've broke down in Broughton Park or something like that. And I was like proper panic.
Yeah.
But anything that has happened, we've had to deal with accordingly.
We've got through it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no major disasters, I don't think. Touch wood.
Jinxed it now.
Yeah.
This season, still to come. Definitely.
So if D-Side Dragon's story was made into a movie, who would play you, Mikey? Brad Pitt?
Rowan Atkinson, probably.
Sure.
John Candy or Peter Kay?
Peter Kay's a good shout, actually. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, funny guy.
Peter Kay on the ice. Love it.
Okay, so a bit of a tricky one for you here. Which player would you least like to date your sister?
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
You're going to give us a bit of a reason?
I can. He's knocking on. He's getting 37, is he now, I think?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
no age.
we have a conversation. We're like, Pete, how have you got to this far in life? Like, looking after yourself, you have to look after him. He's like a little brother. So yeah, Peter. He's not going to give the sister-in-law a bit. What independence? What is it? Muchel. Yeah, Muchel. Yeah, definitely Peter.
Okay, so just sort of throwing it back a little bit more again. So obviously you've seen Dragons play for a long time. Who is the best player that you've seen on the ice in D-side?
Brit or import?
Either. Actually, both. One of each.
Do you want me to go?
Yeah, go on.
Import, Adrian Palak. Fantastic. Brit, Scott McKenzie.
No.
Mikey?
I knew Bev would say Pallet. I'm probably Pallet watching Pallet, but Bev still to this day keeps trying to sign Pallet.
I send him a message every year.
Every season.
And he says, right, if you put 10 grand in my bank account now, I'll consider pre-season.
Get the sponsors in quick. So who's the most pantomime villain that's ever been here in the den?
I think there's been two. God bless his soul, he's not with us anymore, but Andre Pyatt used to skate on for Whitley, have his stick in his hand, knocking on the glass, scare all the kids and growling up. Used to love it. The other one was Perry Doyle, Solihull.
Yeah.
Never forget that game where he put Cy Verdon all over the ball through the netting.
Yeah.
And Cy got up trying to fight him and thought, nah, but yeah, I think them two, they're not in hockey anymore, that type of player, but they were great fun to have a visiting player come into the den and intimidate their race. Yeah.
Looking like the Grim Reaper with his stick.
Yeah, they're great.
Well, good. And obviously we've all been keeping keen on the social media, seeing the player signings coming in and you know who's come back, who's coming in. Any sneak previews you can give us?
I'll say I hate talking about not done deals, so I'm saying nothing.
What Mike has said this year, we're going to run a little bit tighter, so not sign as many players. We've got a fantastic team underneath us now, which are the Ducks. So a lot of players from the juniors have graduated. There's going to be a pool of talent there that we can pull off for a third and fourth line when we need them. We have got some surprises. They're just not quite ready to go out yet, but
Definitely surprised me.
I think they will excite the fans, and I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, they'll come. Just give us 2 to 3 more weeks, and we'll have it all announced, and the team will be ready to go for the season.
We'll have it announced on the podcast.
Ah, yeah, good. That's what they do. You need to get coach on then, yeah.
Yeah. So when are we back?
Well, just had that conversation now. So the league's going to start early this year, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Last week in August, I believe. We're working hard at the moment to try and get a Welsh Cup off the floor going. So that'll be us against Cardiff Fire.
Yeah.
Cardiff have decided to go up the league now into Division 1 in the south. We don't play each other, but I think it'll be a really good spectacle to have our pre-season challenge games against Cardiff. So alternative Saturdays, little drinky poos down in Cardiff, and they can do the same in Wetherspoons and Charlton.
That'll be an experience.
I don't know, it might be from Cardiff to be fair.
Hopefully if we can make it happen, that'll be really good. But yeah, the league certainly sort of the EIH are trying to push us into getting us going early, because the league's grown this year. We've got a new Leeds team that have come in, so it's 4 extra games that we've got to fit into the calendar. So,
Yeah,
it's going to be good. It's going to be really competitive.
Yeah, that's one of the questions. We've got obviously another team coming in. Is it just the one team that's coming in, or have we got more coming in, do you know?
Just Leeds this year, yeah. So I think it's a 11 team or 10 team league now. Yeah, it's going to be really good. Some good teams in it. Just like last year, it was really close. You know, we were 4th. I think I don't know how many points we're off the top. I forgot now. But very competitive. Yeah. We haven't got that standout team like Solway anymore, so everyone can take points off each other. And that goes right down to the teams that finish 8th, 9th and 10th. You know, they will challenge and they will compete.
And who's your favourite teams to play?
I love going to Whitley Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say I don't, but yeah, going up to the Bay is brilliant.
Is that because of the bus journey?
No, it's It's the 1,000 fans that want to kill you if you're winning, or the best mates if they're not. But atmosphere's great up there. It's an interesting old barn. Yeah, it's just one of those places. If you go up there and get results, which we did last year for the first time, was it this year? I can't remember. So everything's crowded.
This season.
Well,
last season gone, yeah.
Last season gone, yeah. We got our first fixture up there in many moons. Yeah, it was a bit sweet, it was good.
I think you went short on players as well, didn't you, this year?
I think we did, yeah.
Yeah.
But they've got one over us in their playoffs, but yeah. It's always good to get a witness, you know, like you've touched on it before.
Love it.
We tend to take at least 100, up to 200 fans, and the atmosphere is always brilliant, and the games are great. You know, they always bring the compete, so it's good.
What about you, Mikey? Favourite team to play against?
Probably Widnes, yeah. Home or away. I do enjoy going to Widnes away. It's a good atmosphere, especially when you win. That's the buzz. The only downside is you have to drive. There's no coach.
I mean, talking about the coach,
Yeah.
obviously, for the fans that don't know, obviously away games, there's a coach on. It's cheaper than paying for fuel for Whitley Bay for how much is it?
13 quid return.
£13 return to Whitley Bay. You know, if you went early, you could have a day trip, but it's a great experience. So, what's it like being on the bus with the players? How far's that? 3.5 hours Whitley Bay
In a bit more, yeah.
after a win.
Well, being a professional family club like ourselves, the lads are ace. They keep themselves to themselves, or they can come down and have a chat when they get a bit restless. Last year, I think McKinney got a ban, but we got the call half an hour away from Whitley Bay. Snip had come up as well, because he was injured, so he'd come to support. So we got pulled up at the ring, everyone's taken all the bags off, and those guys had just disappeared. And they turned up halfway through the third period and banging on the glass, absolutely blooded, like. So putting up with them for 3.5 hours coming back, but no. The bus journeys are great, everyone gets on. Yeah, some stuff at the back of the bus, so you can put your earplugs in or join in type of thing, you know. But,
Songs?
Yeah. Well,
Singing.
Songs, yeah.
The biggest thing is McDonald's stop.
Yeah.
The players will absolutely go mad if you don't stop for food on the way home.
Yeah.
Happy meals all
And that has
around.
been threatened once or twice.
Yeah. Or they disappear when you're in Solihull for pizzas for 2 hours. You're like, where are you? No, the bus journeys are great. It's good fun.
So just talking about the players, we spoke previously about how the fans perceive the players and how they sort of see themselves, and I think we sort of said that they don't realise how much impact they have on the fans, and maybe some of the players don't realise that they are actually really, really highly regarded by the fans.
Some get it, some don't. It's down to personalities. So we've got some great advocates in the club. Carl Bacon, fantastic. Ross Kennedy, fantastic. MJ, fantastic. They're always the last ones in the changing room. They'll speak to everyone, get their autographs taken, photos. Some of them just shy away from it. They're not that trained, but we're trying to tell them it was important. You know, you guys just saying hello and having a chat with the people and the kids and that, you're inspiring them to come back. So it's really important that we improve our fan interaction this year.
Yeah, I know there's been a couple of times where my lad's come off and he's got a marker pen out. It's like, can you sign me shirt? And you know, like he's just started playing hockey now, so these players are just like
We've got a junior club now of 130 odd kids that are all looking up to these guys. So it is vitally important. We've never had that before. Not that strength, I don't think. So having all those people there and everyone's pulling in the right direction, the junior club, the Ducks themselves, it's a really exciting place to be around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good to see the lads come off the ice as well and sort of fist bumps everyone on the way out and stop and sort of give everyone that time. It's really good.
Yeah, believe me.
Yeah, my daughter loves it. Loves that and loves the fighting, but that's it.
So just looking back sort of to the last season, how it was, just give us a sort of overview of the season, and is there any sort of moment that sticks in your mind or a goal that you've seen that you thought, wow, that's you know, quality from our boys?
For me, it was Cage goal. It was against now, but it was a rocket from there. Yeah, from our bench.
Yeah.
It was absolutely rocket, and that was beauty. That was a great goal.
Just inside the end zone, wasn't it? Just I think he did stop going there.
The one that stood out for me was the old man monkey. We played Hull at home, and he won the puck just on the edge of our crease and skated all the way and put it top bins. And big celebration. That was a real standout moment for me for the season. Season as a whole, yeah, we've done well. I think we underachieved, to be honest. Wanted to make that Final Four at Sheffield, which was a fantastic event. But this year we'll be looking to go all the way in the playoffs on the league, you know, and compete for the league.
Yeah. Speaking of Monkey's off to the Ducks this season.
He is.
Big loss.
Massive loss. But young family, lots of commitments in an IHL1 now. But the extra teams coming in, he was honest, and I can't commit to all the games, and it's not right taking him when other people are there that are going to be there. Massive loss, but he's still in the club. He might guest, he might come up for a couple of games. I think he can play 3 games through the season, but he's going to play a really important part going forward. He's going to nurture the players that are coming, the youngsters in the Ducks team, and he does a lot with the junior club with coaching and that. So big loss for the Dragons, but he's still around. He'll still be at the games, I'm sure. And yeah, wish him all the best, really.
Just touching on the youngsters, you were saying, I think you've seen 3 that potentially be playing up for us this year. We just have a bit of a sort of overview of where they are, you know, where they've come from, have they been in the club long? And
so they've all come into the club in the last year from various clubs. We got Daniel Fejevs, British trained Latvian guy, really good, hot prospect, 6 foot already at the age of 16. He's gonna be good. Cody done fantastic last year. He played that game in Sheffield, showed that he was mature enough to step up. And we've got Henry Phillips as well, who's come into the club. Now this guy's 16, 6'2", he towers over me. All showing. I expect all 3 to break through this season. So they're on a 2-way. To give them that game experience in D2, but I could see Mike calling on them as much as possible as when we're in need and when the D2 team will let us do it. But we've got 3 good prospects there, and there's about another 4 behind them that are going to be available as well.
Yeah, I think for me last season, with talking about the young players, I think Ollie was massive for you, both goalkeeper and outfield. What do you think this season? Are we going to see improvement again, or are we just going to see that consistent, really good game?
All the young players we've got are going to improve massively again, I think. Ollie's had some standout games last season, so did Jace, and Ollie Howell's in defence. Again, he's a player that doesn't stop. He's like a jack in the box. He's down, he's up, he's down, he's up. Covers the ice, he's everywhere. He's great to watch. So much energy. And again, they're going to go from strength to strength. I think they're in the right club to get that opportunity to grow and learn and be something big at the Dragons.
Yeah.
And I'm in the same space. The 2 goalkeepers last year done fantastic. You know, just turned 16, going hard against a Blackburn at home, which Jace did, and you know, kept them down to 1 goal, or going up to Whitley Bay like Ollie did and facing 70 odd shots on goal. These guys are going to mature, they're going to be much better year on year. We touched on Ollie Howells. We've got another youngster coming in that we're excited, that we'll announce soon. So having those young legs in the team will help. But yeah.
Mikey just had a twitch there when he said, young lads coming in, he doesn't say anything.
They don't cost anything, yeah.
But like Mikey said, they're in the right club to come and develop.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. And your characters in the club, I mean, you've got Parsons. I mean, they must look up to these players and learn from them, and you know, Kennedy's puck handling on the ice, that's something to be admired for him.
Yeah. So Ross had this summer had loads of quarters from higher league, wanted him to go and play. He's our flair player. He's got great skating, great hands, great ability. He will be one of our top goal scorers again this year. He'll have a fantastic season. Snipper. You know, we put the post out yesterday. He is Mr. D-side.
How many seasons? Was it 22 seasons? 27
I counted
seasons?
22 seasons he's been involved in the club. He had a season in Blackburn when COVID was on, and he missed the year. But 22 seasons.
Yeah,
It's phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. He puts his body in brains online, you know, literally. But yeah, he's took the legacy from his dad, who was a big D-side player, and yeah, we're lucky to have guys like that. You know, they've been around a long, long time.
I think there's a couple of sort of, like say, legacy. They played, the dads have played, I think Alex Parry is one of them as well.
Yeah, Steve Parry, massive for the Dragons. Yeah, those guys who took it on. Be a good argument to ask them who was the better of the two, like. But,
We'll try and get one and ask them.
Who's the better of the two?
Yeah, so then Steve, well, make sure the door's open. Yeah, no, but no, Snipper's done a great job, and he's doing a great job. He's got a team of coaches there, and he's built that junior club up with these coaches and got us back on the map.
Yeah.
And this is it. He's got elite level 14s coming through, 16s. The Dragons are going to be in a very, very good place in a couple of years' time when these kids start pouring through into the senior club. So it's really good.
So for some names that else wants to watch?
There's loads. I can't be favourites as well.
Try to get it out of you then. We try. So if we said sort of, we'll fast forward to 12 months' time, where would you like to be in 12 months' time? What's your sort of ambitions for this coming season?
On a beach.
Minted.
For me, it's got to be a smooth season, a rewarding season, and one that the fans can enjoy, and hopefully at the end of it, we can produce something that's special.
And then sell out to Ryan Reynolds?
No.
I'd like a bit of silverware this year. I'd like to pick something up. I think these guys are good enough to compete. So instead of just running out of gas towards the end of the season, hopefully everyone stays healthy.
Yeah.
We had a fair few injuries last year. Lost Charlie after a game, Spridge. He had a bad arm break. Obviously, Snipper sat out a bit of a broken jaw. He's had a terminator now. But yeah, keep everyone happy, keep everyone safe, and challenge for something. That's where we want to be. Yeah.
Excellent.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, final thoughts? Anything you'd like to give us as an announcement, Mikey? Or
No. There's nothing. Well, there is, like I've said before, there is some exciting things that are happening in the background, and as soon as they come through, then I think it'll excite a lot of people. But as I said before, I ain't going to say nothing until it's been stamped.
Where are we looking out for it, Mikey? Where's it going to come?
On the website, social media. It'll be, what, how many? 4 weeks? 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, just to follow Dragons, Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to be on the socials.
You want to know it.
Get down the games, you know, we try and keep it as affordable as possible. We're a volunteer-run club. I know we harp on about this, but literally all the volunteers that you see at the games do it for nothing. No one's taking a wage. We just want to put a really good product on the ice and pack the den and just basically grow the ice sports in D-side. So get down the game and then come and enjoy it.
Season tickets available at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah, they're flying out again. That's something that we've never been big on before COVID, but since we came back, season 1, I think we sold 10 season tickets.
Right.
But it was a new thing for D-side for people, and since then, last season, we smashed it. This season, we've already smashed last season's target numbers. So it's a testament to how well the club is growing and how fans are invested in this club. And the deal we put on, honestly, it's an amazing deal that we've got on there. You pay full price now, £70 for 18 games, less than a tenner a game. Brilliant.
Good entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing to have that opportunity to put yourself a place at the rink and never miss a game and save money at the same time. It's a no-brainer. It's a great product, and hopefully this season on the ice the product will be just as good.
Just to echo what Mikey says, you know, we want a good product on the ice, but to play ice hockey it's not a cheap sport. As you know, we were playing rec and that, so we had operating costs of circa
90
grand last year, doing everything with ice costs, travel, equipment. So difference with our club, because no one's taking any money out of it, we like to insure all the players with fracture cover. We want to get new helmets every couple of years, new gloves, and make sure they've got the up-to-date gear that'll keep them safe on the ice. So it does come as a cost, so we do need support. We do need you guys down the den.
And the McDonald's on the way home on the bus.
Oh yeah, there's going to be McDonald's there now, should it be?
That's not a drive-through though, is it?
No,
Not yet, it's not. Not yet, it's not.
Wasn't it?
It got refused, but it will be.
You can't get a coach through it anyway, can you?
Well, they'll just walk the road, it'll be right.
just get Bacon to drive. I guarantee it will get through.
No, good.
Okay, question for you. You start one, you bench one, and you drop the gloves with one. You know, 3 players. I'm going to put you on the spot and say, come on, 3 players. So who are you starting for it? Let's go through who you're starting. On the team sheet first, every single time.
For me, Jared.
Alex Parrott.
Okay?
Bench one.
Yeah, who's your benching?
Ryan.
Neil, support on the spot.
Yeah, bench. Have to cut this one out, yeah. I don't know. I'm too kind, I don't know.
Okay, you're dropping gloves with then. How's that? Who do you fancy yourself up against?
MJ.
Carl Bacon, I'd take his head off.
I like the way you look at the camera. It's like, let's have it.
I'm going to have to avoid it now.
Brilliant. Well, I think we can wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming in.
Thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah,
First
thanks,
one, like you say, a bit ropey to start off with, but we'll be smooth soon, won't we?
Yeah,
Thanks for everything you do for the club as well.
Yeah, I think that's
appreciate it.
important.
Massive
thank
for
you.
us. Love coming to the games and and I think you mentioned we've got a bit of a challenge for every fan. Can you bring one more person?
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
one more.
Bring your mates and double
Bring
the
a
gate.
mate. That's it.
Yeah.
Every game.
Every game.
Yeah. Bring a mate and double the gate.
Right,
Can
thank
you
you very
answer
much.
that as well?
Snip gets it to Monkey. It's a one-on-one. Monkey shoots. Monkey scores. A brilliant break from the Dragons there, and what a finish.
Better than being more dragon. Chris Jones had one thing on his mind when he got the puck from Snip, and thankfully, he didn't forget what that was. What a save! Coyle's got more stops than